Oh, God, I can't wait to complain again. So it's complaining season, hello. I don't know, is it never not complaining season? I don't know. I mean, I guess I have my appreciations about home physical media. But of course, I gotta complain again. No, actually, I kind of want to do a juxtaposition. I want to complain, but I also want to be like, I gotta stop saying that word. But I also want to, like, appreciate and reevaluate. In this case, I want to talk about my ideal format for physical media. It's called Netflix. No, fuck that for a joke. Realistically, Criterion Channel, pretty good on the occasion. I liked it. You can what's that kind of video formatting system? It's like the Vimeo system where you got the little settings thing, so you can change between 1080 to 144p. You know, like YouTube, but for movies. I don't know. I like it. It's decent. It's still not the best when it comes to audio design because they only have like mostly stereo mono mixes. They don't really have 5.1. Anyway, we're not here to talk about streaming channels, let's be honest. Though, to be fair, it was interesting this past October watching the Criterion Channel and going through... I watched The Keep, but they only had a 540p version, and I was like, what the fuck is that? 540p? Yeah, there's no like HD versions of that film, and that's fine. It's not great, but it's still a good film. But we're here to talk about physical media, you know? These fucking things. If I can touch them, it means they're physical. I have two examples today. Today we got Frankenstein versus Star Trek. The worst of the worst and the best of the best. Which is weird. Oh wait, this is Final Frontier. Maybe I should get a better Star Trek film? Which one do I have? I've got The Undiscovered Country. I think the idea is that every second film is the better one, so this is the bad one? I haven't seen it. So I'm not here to review transfers and stuff. I'm keep case. That's what I'm about today. I'm pretty sure I've done a video in the past talking about my favourite keep cases, which basically I think what Criterion have is the best version because it emphasizes artwork over format choices and stuff like that. But if we're going to go standard, easy $20 kind of steel collectibles kind of fucking keep cases, I want to talk about this. So the other day, I got this one in. And by this one in, I mean I have something in my eye, and it won't stop until I drop it. I don't know, I think I hit my funny bone today. I keep saying all this weird shit. So this is Star Trek. This is the definition of a bad physical media release. Now, obviously, it's still not the worst thing in the world, because you've still got 4K, you've still got HDR. But there's a few things that I don't like about it. Now, this was more expensive than Frankenstein. Actually, it currently is more expensive than... Fuck, I should check, actually. It's annoying to check because, like, I got Frankenstein through Zavvi. Oh, okay then, fair enough. Alright, so it's $33 on Zavvi, the Frankenstein 4K. Down from $53.99. It's never gonna fucking sell $53.99. That's what the Steelbook is. I think that's why they do that sometimes, where they like have like the alternate way to buy it is, oh, here's the Steelbook release. It's $53.99, but here's the 4K release, the standard edition, and it's down from $53.99. You're like, wow, okay, so I'm saving money. I mean, yes, you are. So, anyway, I apparently bought this son of a bitch for $33. Though I'm pretty sure that was still at a reduced price from what it usually was. I don't know. It doesn't say anything on my order page, so... But this fucker is $30 usually. I got it for $16 only because of two sales. Two for $40, so I got it with the Undiscovered Country, because I have the 4-pack for the Star Trek films. Annoying. I got the US edition so I could get the Blu-rays. So I've touched on something there. What was that I just said? The Blu-rays. Oh, look at that. There's no Blu-ray there. Now, I know what you're thinking. Julian, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no Blu-ray in Frankenstein either. I know. But you know what Frankenstein has? Special fucking features. Do you know what this has? Fuck all. I mean, yeah, okay, we're getting to what I'm getting at. Despite the fact that I got this for $16 in the end, thank fucking Christ I was not going to pay full price for this shit. So I got them both for $16 each, which is nice, you know? You get $40 for the two, but then there's 20% off. Fuck yeah, that's an extra $8 off, baby. $16 a pop, beauty. Should have bought the rest of them, I didn't. I don't care, I'll buy them another time. I want the individual casings because, of course, the one benefit, the theatrical artwork, beautiful. Except for the HDR fucking tag, which should be on the back, and the PG rated sticker, which in Australia, you kind of just fucking get used to. I actually don't mind it. I don't think it's an ugly sticker. I just think it's too big. I think it should be like the British one, which is that. I don't like that as much, weirdly. I don't care much for the British stickers. I think they kind of... It's just, they're all different. I don't have to... I mean, I think one's a triangle. There's the circle for rated... I would call this rated M, or MA 15+. That's what it would say if it was Australian. It would say MA 15+. And then you got the R rated, which is like a hexagon. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Maybe the hexagon's PG. Do I have anything rated R from the UK? Okay, well, here's one alternative. The fact that it has two stickers. They're not actually stickers, they're just little labels. But it says, fit for viewing persons aged 15 years or more, and constrains strong language and horror. So one of them is the BBB, which I think is maybe it's the British Film Board or whatever. And the other one is the Irish Film Classification. Oh, Irish Film Classification. Interesting. Right, because it's the UK and Ireland. They have to have two different stickers. Jesus. Yeah, I'm not here to talk about stickers. The clarifications and shit. Like the US don't have that. They on the back will say like R18+ or unrated, maybe, or G, but it's usually really small at the back. And I'm like, how is it that they're so efficient at that? But Australia has that fucking thing. But anyway. Still, I hate that modern 4Ks have this HDR sticker. Ooh. Oh, don't worry. It's a fucking shitty keep case. It's all good. But, like, there's no details about that on the back. Again, you still have parental guidance advised. Oh, yeah. Why can't that just be PG and have the mild themes and violence be on the back? This, on the basic note, just comes with a plain-ass disc. It's just... Oh, it gets worse. Look at the back of this. What is that? What the fuck is that? So it's nice that they have two stills from the movie. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at those two stills that are overlapping in this blackness. What the fuck is this? The quote I don't mind. Like the whole "you need all the power you can muster, mister." That is a bad quote. Someone wrote that and thought it would be a good line, and then they put it on the fucking 4K. Like, at least, like, the second film has, like, I don't know, it has some fucking Spock quote. There are so many goddamn things to quote in the second movie that I'm like, who cares? You could put the fuck anything. Probably live long and prosper, if we're going to be completely honest. But, like... but it's just so bad. But then there's also this, like, the fifth movie of the original motion picture saga looks better than ever on Blu-ray, boldly remastered from a 4K scan of the original film elements. The crew, so that at least gives you the factor of that's a 4K restoration, and it looks all mint and nice. So yeah, the crew of the Federation Star Troop Enterprise is summoned to Nimbus 3 to negotiate a kidnapping from a renegade Vulcan, who turns out to be a relative of Spock. Soon they're set on a course for the center of the galaxy, exploring his obsessive search for a mysterious planet that could possibly be the source of all life. Wonderful. Now, this does still come with some nice stuff. It tells you the running time, it tells you it's 4K, it tells you the framing of it, the full frame plus the 2.4 to 1. I still have no idea how to say that. It does actually say the original year of release date, which is 1989, because it says copyright 1989. Then it says 2022 next to it for Paramount Pictures made in Australia, all that bullshit. I always hate when they say the year this was released, like as in this edition, but not saying when the film was originally released, like as if the film has no original copyright. I'd like to know when the film was originally released. I got a lot of Jackie Chan films up there. I need to know when the fuck they were released. Luckily, Eureka usually tells you, thank fuck. But yeah, So, in the basic terminology, it's a simple case. It has artwork that is drenched over by other shit that makes it look ugly. And then it comes with fuck all on the back outside of 2 stills, which is just... Sure, I don't mind stills. I'm not against stills. But it's like, do you know what it's lacking? Special features. I don't need a Blu-ray disc to come with it, because 4K discs are really fucking big discs. Usually, you can get 100 fucking gigabytes on a disc. Lawrence of Arabia has 2 4K actually, I think it's got 3 4K discs. Oh, no, I don't... No, I think my set has like 5 discs, because it's like 2 4K UHDs that splits the film in half, which is fine. I'm pretty sure it does that. And then like the 3rd disc is special features, because the 4K is such a big file that I couldn't put it onto one whole disc, which I'm also okay with, because that film has a fucking intermission. So it's like, that is totally cool. I can just jump to discs. I haven't watched the 4K UHD, but I'm pretty sure that's what they do with some discs that are that fucking big, but that also has special features, so it doesn't matter. I know that I have the 4K transfer on a Blu-ray disc, and I'm pretty sure that's a singular disc for the 4K scan, but it came with a second disc for all the special features. The only special feature that comes with the film is like an audio commentary, which is like the only special feature that really needs to come with a film on a 4K. This doesn't even have that. So, like, this doesn't need to have behind-the-scenes featurettes or trailers or production stills or any of that stuff. It's a welcome addition, but it doesn't need to be on the 4K. A commentary is all you really need, because everything else is basically going to be standard definition. And it's like, well, why put it on a 4K disc and, you know, fill in all that extra detail on the disc when you can leave that for the bitrate to flesh itself out and everything? Instead, you can put that on the Blu-ray, which is why I bought the American set for the Star Trek 4-film pack when it wasn't only a 4-film pack at the time. Yeah, regretting my purchases now, very much so. But I do have the Blu-rays, and the Blu-rays come with the special features. That's nice. It just comes with a whole extra case, so you get all the discs, which is just annoying. But it comes with a sleeve, I guess, but it all came in damaged both times I ordered it. So, pros and cons, very much so. So, disappointing. My personal favourite is this style. Not actually the case. Obviously, my favorite case is still the Criterion version. If I was to grab one off the shelf really quickly, there's one over there. Let me grab that one. Hausu. This one, you know, slim boarded case, focus on artwork, still's able to give you all the details. It's the perfect case. We've covered that already. I actually prefer either those cases or just clear acrylic. I don't mind the blue ones as well. Blue ones are still nice, still generic, but I do like the British and the Australian ones because they're thicker. They don't feel cheap. The American ones have a lot of very, very cheap plastic cases. Even my Scream Factory releases for a couple of the Halloween films are in the really cheap cases. I'm pretty sure they gave it to Halloween 3, and I'm like, what, you hate the film that much that you're going to give it the cheapest fucking case imaginable? Like, fuck off, man. Give that the fucking Curse of Michael Myers or some shit. That was the 6th one. Revenge of Michael Myers. That's the bad one. There's a lot of bad ones. But that's my least favourite one. So this, you get artwork. Artwork, nice. Focuses on the artwork, branding in the simplest way possible, but also you still got your logo for the branding. And you've still got a region sticker. But it doesn't affect the overall artwork. I mean, I'm always the kind of person who'll be like, look at my Blu-ray. It's an Arrow video, really. It like compiles it together nicely when you don't have it in the way. But you know, I have thumbs. Thumbs work. So that's one great thing. The second thing is the fact that the artwork does actually continue onto the back, but vaguely, because you can it's kind of just in the background and stuff. The focus is on the text, what the film is, what it's about, and of course, all of the special features, from it being a 4K UHD, from the original camera negative, it's got Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible, it's all told up front. I don't even know if Star Trek has Dolby Vision. Let me check. Okay, it does, because it has a Dolby Vision logo, so... Still, you gotta read through a bit of that, like, because they're all, like, you know, boldly remastered from a 4K scan of the original film negatives. It's like, that's great and all, but it's like... There's a reason why it's a better told on here. It's a special element to it. It shouldn't be the selling point, realistically. I mean, it is. The selling point should still be the film. first and foremost, the selling point should be the film. The secondary selling point will be the format. Will be the fact that it's 4K, the fact that it's a complete new restoration from the original camera negative, the fact that it's got Dolby Vision, it's HDR10 compatible. Then you got even audio features. Look at that. You got uncompressed stereo audio and DTS HD master audio for surround audio. You got optional subtitles, which is great. Brand new audio. Oh my god, audio commentary. Wow, wonderful. What a cool idea. I wonder how that works. Yeah, so brand new audio commentary. That's great. Brand new interview. Oh, that's nice. Another interview. And then you get a whole documentary. Fuck me, that's pretty cool. You get a video featurette. Frankenstein, a liberal adaptation from Miss Shelley's famous story for Edison Production, 1910. In other words, the first screen adaptation of Shelley's story in a 2K restoration from the Library of Congress. Holy shit, this film comes with 2 films. I know that a lot of people don't actually think this film's pretty good. I haven't seen it yet, but I wanted to get it in the best version possible without getting the steelbook, because I'll get that in a second. Reversible sleeve featuring original newly commissioned artwork. And it also says copyright 1994. Oh my god, it actually tells me when the film came out. How about that? See, the simplicity of that sticker there, and I call it stickers because I usually get steelbooks and shit, and they come with them with stickers. The label, the rating sticker, and then the comparison, like on the back, it tells you suitable for persons over 15 years and over and whatever, not to be supplied to a person below that age. I'm apparently bad at reading today. I apologize. But you know what it comes with when you open up? It comes with one disc. Sure, it's just one disc. There's no Blu-ray, but you know what Arrow Video is really good at? Utilizing the disc space. This is, and I'm not just saying this because I'm praising the fuck out of Arrow, but like a lot of 4K boutique labels know how to utilize their fucking Blu-ray discs. But look at this. Alternate artwork on the sleeve. And you know what? It doesn't have the fucking M sticker, so you don't have to have not M sticker, the 15 sticker, so you don't have to look at it with that. I think this is the original artwork, like the original poster or whatever. I love that. I absolutely appreciate. I love the shit out of that. Like, I don't give a shit if it's newly commissioned artwork on both sides. I just like the fact that you've got artwork on both sides, even if the artwork is a wallpaper, which doesn't work on a 4K case because you can't, you can't see through it, and that's what the Jackie Chan 4Ks had, which is so bizarre. They've got these wallpapers on the inside. I'm like, that's great. I can't see them because it's a black case, so that's kind of stupid. But you do you. And of course, this does come with a booklet as well, which is great. It is a heart. I thought it was a heart. Yeah, I saw that. I was doing my mail video showing that off, and I was like, oh yeah, that is definitely a heart. But then I'm like, maybe it's a brain. Obviously, it's a heart. The preference here with this form of physical media is it takes every advantage it can with the format. You've got the disc, you've got the 4K scan, you've also got a fuck ton of special features. This is probably, I'd argue at least it's a BD66. It could be a BD100. I have no idea, it doesn't actually tell me. I haven't had a Blu-ray for a long time that's actually said BD66 or BD50. A lot of the standard Blu-rays will say BD50 on the back, like on the actual sleeve. They don't really say it anywhere else to my knowledge, like this. No, it doesn't say it on the disc. Which is it's a little disappointing. I'd like to know how big the size of the actual disc is, but then that would make me think that I want to look into like bit rates and stuff, and I really don't do that. I can't say I don't care, but it's one of those things where I understand the impact of like higher bit rates and stuff like that. If you don't know what a bit rate is, how the fuck do I describe a bit rate? It's how many bits per second. It's like how much data is like shown at the screen at the same time whilst it's going. I have no idea how stable the amount of data is. I don't know. It's like the higher the bit rate, usually like the cleaner the footage, the more the video itself can breathe or whatever. I have no fucking idea. I think it's a bit harder to describe in a way. But again, I'm not that specific of a person when it comes to bit rates. Obviously, everyone wants a higher bit rate. I say obviously, and I say everyone. Two things that don't really correlate here because not everyone knows about bit rates, so obviously they wouldn't know about them. But still, It's a personal favorite of mine because, well, also the fact that the case size is just nice. I do think the American cases are decent, but I kind of like having the more space for the artwork and stuff. American cases are just too slim. You know, they're usually really cheap, which is weird because they're like thinner. Wouldn't you think thinner would mean that it would be? I guess thinner wouldn't be stronger, would it? That's like a no, it's like a paradox or whatever. No, usually bigger is stronger. So it's like, I just feel like if it's a thinner thing, it would cost less and you'd be able to use the same, if not stronger materials for it. Because it's thinner, you'd want it to be stronger kind of deal. That's what I'm thinking, not that because it's thinner, it would be stronger. I'm expecting it should be stronger because it's thinner. Because it's like, if you're going to pay for a thinner version of your case to be released, why not pay for a good fucking quality version of a thin case? But clearly they don't, and that's exactly why Criterion do not use those cases and use bigger cases, same as Arrow Video. But of course, Arrow Video is UK. UK don't really do slim cases. It's mostly a US thing. You know, I mean, Scream Factory do it. It's really annoying. They're really cheap and flimsy, but still, look, you know, I guess wherever you can save a buck. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I just wanted to kind of go into like how I just like, and most people do, I mean, who the fuck doesn't? We like when our videos and our films have the best representation possible. Like, for me, it's not just the disc and the fact that it has special features and everything. It's the utilization of the whole product, from the reversible artwork to, and that could be newly commissioned, or it could just be theatrical artwork, or just whatever shitty artwork they want to put on it, and then on the reverse be either better artwork, maybe, or like a collage or some shit. Like, I've had a lot of, you know, Blu-rays before where it's either a landscape wallpaper, maybe the inside just tells you the chapter titles or describes the film or something. I don't know, it really depends. A lot of times you gotta get them in different sets to, like, enunciate, oh, this is like all the special features, but they're saying it on the inside or whatever. I don't know, like, or it's a collection set, like the Universal Monsters, you know, the front cover will be the main iconic character, maybe the person who made the Royal Famous, depends, or the most famous version visually that you could see, and then on the inside it'll have, like, all the details for each film or whatever, so that's also doable. That's fine at least, because at least it gives you kind of an idea of what the fuck you're looking at. Like, oh, I want to watch, say, you know, House of Frankenstein and the Frankenstein set. House of Frankenstein, here's the credits of who did it and who's in it and how long it goes for. Great, easy peasy. Even though sometimes there are inaccuracies in a lot of those sets, from spelling mistakes to just incorrect runtimes for some fucking reason. But yeah, this is just my ideal casing. Obviously, I still prefer the Criterion case. I know it's not Criterion branded, I just don't know what the keep case is called. I know Amaray is one of the names, but I'm pretty sure that's a brand, and I don't know who does that one, because it's oddly confusing to look it up. I did once, and I was like, okay, it's a lot of different fucking cases, I don't know what the hell this is. But I know that they're called keep cases, which is also meant to be like a generic term for them, but I don't really... I guess the understanding there is to keep the disc in a case. So it's a keep case. Like how cassettes used to have a casing that you would put them in, even though most cassettes you just put in a box. So I guess because a disc is more fragile, you don't want it to get scratched, the keep case makes a lot more sense. I know I didn't grow up in the 90s, but I understand format wars. So I understand how things have evolved. But this is my preferred version. You get the alternate artwork. I know Criterion don't do alternate artwork. I don't mind that, because they do the best fucking artwork anyway, usually. Well, I mean, usually they have, like, new or commissioned artwork. It probably wouldn't hurt to do original artwork at the same time, but I don't really mind, because usually they have just nice enough artwork. Usually, like, 95% of the time they've got really good artwork. Look, there are some films I have that have, like, Holiday has terrible artwork, but, you know, it is what it is. But they also have, like digipacks and shit, whereas this is just, I mean, obviously our video do digipacks as well, but this is just the ideal casing. I know it's the weirdest fucking film to choose. Oh, it's fucking Frankenstein, but it's Kenneth Branagh's. And I know there's also the argument for steelbooks, but steelbooks have become a constant debate for me, from, like, the decorative appeal, because it's, like, poster artwork, stick it to a wall kind of deal, or I've got these little plastic holders that I can display them over there on, but then I got to put them in a plastic container anyway to make sure they don't get, like, dirty. and damaged and shit. And then it's like, oh my god, it's just a fucking, you know. It's a hell of a rabbit hole. And then there's also like, is it easy or is it hard to get the cases, like the discs out, but then the case is going to arrive damaged, so do you want to keep it mint the whole time because you don't want to have to deal with a damaged case? Do you know what's great about these? You can usually buy the cases if they come in damaged. You can buy extra cases. They're not really easy, are they? I mean, I think you can buy standard ones pretty easy, but again, I guess even the quality of those will vary because you usually have to get them off Amazon, bulk order them or some shit. Like, I've been able to get other cases that like have had 6 to 8 inner disc trays that I've been able to put into other cases, but then because they're designed for those specific types of sets, that you can't really put them in a normal set, so you can't like, where you'd have like the middle, you can't clip them in there because they're designed to be on the top end, so I had to like clip them in where a booklet would go. So I had a lot of trouble when I got the Godfather trilogy because I had the Omerta set, and the Omerta set sucks. It's got some nice bonuses, look, magnets and shit, but like, it's a really terribly designed set on the inside. Externally it looks fantastic, but internally it's terrible. And so when I got the 4Ks in, they were just standard Blu-ray 4K cases, so I just put them, you know, I bought these extra packs, and I just slotted the extra discs in, but because they all came with extra discs, it's like, oh, here's the Blu-ray disc, here's a bonus features disc, and then there's like the overall set bonus features disc, and this and that, and I put them all together, and now they're over here somewhere. Actually, they are right here, I can actually show you. Thank God, I don't have to actually describe it all. Visually, this is what I mean again. You get the new artwork, at least it's not completely burned out by this, but like, there's so much black, empty space. And also, this might be a weird thing to ask, but what the fuck is the point of it saying 4K Ultra HD and 4K Ultra HD twice? Like, there's no Blu-ray, so what's the point of putting, like, if it said 4K Blu-ray, I could understand, but it just says 4K. Why? It just removes the amount of artwork, and Blu-rays are already thin enough and small enough. And they remove so much artwork from them to begin with. Like, DVDs are great because of the amount of artwork you can display, but they're still shitty because of their, like, the format. Though some, you know, you got DVD menus, which are usually great, so DVDs had their perks. But I open this up, I've got the 4K disc, which has special features, feature film and special features. And by special features, it has an introduction from Francis Ford Coppola and a commentary. That's a good standard 4K thing to put on. Like, to be fair, this is like a 3-hour film, so having an audio commentary plus an introduction, hey, that's pretty good. In fact, this is actually a really nice overall set, I'd think, except for the banner there for the 4K, but that's on all of them, I don't even bloody notice it. The artwork isn't really disrupted by this. It is new artwork, and there's no reversible artwork, at least, there's no reversible artwork. Like, even the spine is nice. You get the 2 main characters, you know, you get the title, you get the Ultra HD Blu-ray logo and all that bullshit. And then on the back, you've even got, you know, it still has your Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, the credits and everything, just a thing telling you what the film is about, remastered and restored. He emphasizes that, you know, even winner of 3 Oscars, including Best Picture, while showing a whole picture of the family. So it's like, you get these great stuff put together, plus it tells you introduction, like what the special features are. A lot of 4Ks are the generic 4Ks for, like, I don't know if the Americans do it, but the Australians definitely do it. Us Australians definitely do it. They really need to emphasize, for the complete 4K Ultra experience of HDR, you need a 4K TV, a 4K player, and a high-speed cable, just in case, because it's such a new format that they got to advertise it on the back of everything. And they did the same with Blu-rays. Remember, Blu-rays had, like, they'd have, like, this big archway, and it would say Blu-ray disc, and on the back it would say, it's a new format and everything, and you'd put it in, and it's like, this is what Blu-ray is, and it would really emphasize what the fuck Blu-ray is. And I don't think people are actually that stupid, but maybe they are. They are. What the fuck am I saying? Of course they're that fucking stupid. Anyway, I've opened it up, and it just has the 1 disc. But of course, I've got this extra little disc slot that I've actually installed myself, and I've put in the Blu-ray of the film, which I think comes with more special features. I don't really know. I mostly just want to keep them together, but because it's from the Immerter set has a Blu-ray bonus features disc. So, like, all of the bonus features that aren't audio commentaries are on the one disc. And the 4K set comes with the exact same thing. So it's like, hey, that's not too bad, you know? But, like, the thing is, too, is, like, if I get Godfather 3 out, again, same ordeal and everything. Even this one, like, emphasizes the picture of the family, so one whole picture with everything else talked about there. It's nice. It's a really nice set. But it even emphasizes that in the whole different fucking color of font, so you can see it. I open this up. I've put in the extra disc, because it had, I think, a different set I had. Or maybe it was the 4K set. There's a 4K set for something. Maybe it was for this set. Yeah, the bonus features disc case came with 2 disc slots. So you could have the, as it says here, so this is a 4K disc, which is alright, that's what the standard set comes with. And this is the bonus disc, which is the special features. This is the Blu-ray, because they only have it on Blu-ray, they don't have a 4K version, which is fine. Actually, okay, they do have a 4K bonus features. This is the 4K bonus feature disc. The difference is that this one is the Blu-ray, bonus features. Okay, so this Blu-ray is the special features for the whole trilogy. This bonus disc is the 4K. It's the other 2 cuts of Godfather 3. Hence why I've put them all in here. So now I have all 3 cuts of the movie from the original theatrical, the, like, was it 92? No, it can't have been 92. Oh, this just says copyright 2022 and copyright 2020. That doesn't help me at all. So I have no idea when this film was released. See what I mean? They have, again, there's 3 different cuts of the film. So, you know, this being the coda cut, that's the one I'm going to watch if I'm going to watch the version of the film. I'm going to watch it on 4K, but if I wanted to watch any other cut of the film, I have the 4K available for me now. But again, I had to install these extra fucking sleeves and everything, and this extra slot. And it doesn't come with any, like, the original theatrical artworks or anything, it's just this new artwork, because it comes as a set. So, yeah, and I even have one version where there is a disc on the back. Obviously there isn't, because you can see that there's no reflective surface behind that. But I do have a set like that where I have the 2 discs in there. I've had to put a disc and a disc on the back, and I don't even remember what set that was for what film. Maybe it was a Godfather 2. It couldn't have been Godfather 2. Please tell me it wasn't Godfather 2. This seems pretty light. No, it wasn't Godfather 2. Jesus, thank God. Like, I know there's the argument of, you don't need the Blu-rays to be in there, Julian. What the fuck are you doing? But maybe I just want the Blu-rays to be in there so I can keep them all together, so I don't have to fucking look for the Immerter set, just in case someone wants to watch the Blu-ray instead of the newly restored 4K. Because some people are like that. But maybe I want to do a video essay, and I want to put it on my computer and burn the whole thing on my computer and whatever, and do that kind of stuff. Because I don't exactly like to pirate, just so I can get a version of the film to do a video essay for. You know? And also this gives me a cleaner version, because no viruses and shit, usually. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just the basic stuff that I really like about it. Like, I've even got Gladiator here, which still even emphasizes Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray digital. That makes sense for the banner being there, because it tells me what you get in the package up front. And because this is the artwork they would use on JB Hi-Fi website and stuff like that, you will look at it and be like, oh, it comes with a 4K Blu-ray and digital. And I say that might not sound important, and even though I will emphasize it here again, with 4Ks, I really want to emphasize that HDR bullshit and what you need to do to put it all together. At least it lists what you get. Like the 4K, it tells you, oh, it has a bonus feature, but it tells you that you get better audio, better picture, all that kind of stuff. That's fine. I don't really care, but fine, whatever. That's the bonuses of the disc. But in disc 2, it emphasizes the bonus features, the theatrical version of the film, an extended version, and audio commentaries. Does this one even say extended version on 4K? I don't even know. Does it have, which version does it have on the 4K? Is it the theatrical or is it the extended cut? See, that's what it should be telling me, and it doesn't. 4K UHD. See, this one at least says 4K UHD film running time, 155 minutes in color, UHD 100. So that means that's the biggest disc possible, which is great. Which probably means that it might be both versions of the film. That would make sense. But then it says Blu-ray running time 155 minutes, color BD 50. Again, that's like the highest you get for a BD for a standard Blu-ray. It doesn't actually stipulate how long the extended cut is either, which is a bit weird. Anyway, but I mentioned the banner in particular. It's the last thing I want to mention. I mention it because there's a film by Pixar called Disney Pixar called Turning Red. And when that film came out, there was two different editions you could get from JB Hi-Fi. There's the standard 4K edition that's just a 4K disc, or you can get the 2-disc special edition Blu-ray version. And I'm like, oh great, what if there was a combination of the two? Oh look, there's a combination of the two online only, but the online only one still says that you can get it in person. So, I don't know what the fuck happened there. I can't remember if it was definitely... Ooh, actually, that's a good question. I think it was online. It showed only one version that said 4K Blu-ray, and it showed the image that says 4K plus 2 Blu-ray discs. But in person, I could only find the 4K only edition. But I looked it up, and there were the 2 different editions, but the website only stipulated the one, the better edition. And I couldn't find the 3-disc edition in person. So I ordered it online from JB, and it came in, and it was the 3-disc version. I'm like, okay, good. It's the version I asked for. It's the version I paid for. It's just weird. So, that happens. So that's the only time I think you can get away with saying 4K plus Blu-ray plus, digital. This one's just stipulating it's 4K only. But I get that if it just has 4K UHD on top. Like, if someone's going to look at it and be like, oh, does this come with a Blu-ray disc? Look at the case. Does the case say 2-disc set? Does the back say 2-disc? Like, does people realize that there's a back to this shit? I don't know. Maybe people don't look at the back when they buy a film. I mean, I know online you can't, but usually, like, say, if I'm on the Zavvi website, they'll still tell me in a box on the website what the fuck it features. JB does that too. Not as in detail, but, Anyway, let me know what your fucking gripes with physical media are, and I'll see you next time. Adios.